What's up everyone, my name is Nair, I'm the FPL Seal. Welcome back to another video here on my channel. In today's video we'll be going through Nottingham Forest, how they play, who their manager is, their fixtures and players to target.
So let's start with the manager. The Nottingham Forest manager, Steve Cooper, likes his teams to dominate possession. He's very flexible tactically and combines controlling possession well with a dangerous counterattack. And a fun fact, Nottingham Forest was actually the most lethal counterattacking team in the championship last season. So he isn't afraid to put his trust in young players. He won the 2017 FIFA Under-17s World Cup with England, not as a player obviously, as a manager. And he had players like Emil Smith-Rowe and Jadon Sancho in his ranks. And I think this really helped young players gain his trust. You know, he saw what possibilities there were playing with young players, and he's been playing Garner there, he's been playing Jet Spence there, he's been playing Brennan Johnson there, and we'll get into that in a second. But all in all, he really likes to put his trust in young players. He is a really good manager. Nottingham Forest fans love him. They absolutely adore him. They have faith in him keeping the team up. We'll see what happens. So how do Nottingham Forest play? Well, without the ball, they play a 5-3-2, and they try to be very narrow. They try to draw everyone in so that when they win the ball, they can play a 3-4-1-2 and counter-attack down the flanks. Around 78% of Forest attacks came down the flanks last season. And on the counter-attack, they tried to create space on the wings. It's been really effective. When Steve Cooper took charge of Nottingham Forest last season, they were near the bottom. They may even have been bottom of the league. He managed to go from that into the playoffs and then winning a spot in the Premier League. That is brilliant, and that shows that he's doing something that works. They also beat Arsenal and Leicester in the FA Cup, so he's clearly got something going on there. So now I'm going to show you guys some visual analysis of how Nottingham Forest play. So this is how they do it. Man City has the ball, Cook wins it, and this is how they were very narrow. You can see they've drawn a lot of players into these positions, trying to break through the midfield. Cook gets the ball to Garner. Now what will happen now is they will try and find the space in the midfield. Now Garner is their deep lying playmaker, so Garner will try and play that penetrative pass, and he'll try and find, for instance, Spence in space here. So Garner will try and put the ball all the way over to Spence into the space, and now it's a 1v1 versus Laporte. Now, Johnson will obviously continue helping, and that will draw in Diaz. Now, Sinkernagel, hope I didn't butcher that pronunciation, he is a free roaming player. He just roams into space to try and help create overload. So, Yates, the box-to-box midfielder, will run up with them, and they'll try and create an overload, drawing in as many players as they can. That will draw Walker near to them. So, let's say Yates stays back a little bit, Surge is coming in, Garner's moving up the pitch, obviously, and Colback's going in on the other side. Now what will happen is they'll play the ball in between them, trying to find the space. They'll just notice Colback over here and give him the ball, and he's in acres of space, and I've seen this countless of times for Nottingham Forest. So this will give him acres of space, move in with the ball, and he will very likely try and finish this as a goal. What I've also seen them do is basically keep the run of Spence or whoever it is as the defenders are tracking back. Keep the run, give it to him, and Spence will finish it, or Johnson, or Surge, or whoever it is. So that was one of their lethal counterattacks. Now what's going to happen when they have the ball? So when they have the ball, Nottingham Forest will push their fullbacks up, their centre backs a little bit wider to create more width. Fullbacks can stay a little wider. Sinkernagel will move into the free roaming space. He's basically their attacking midfielder. They'll play the ball around, trying to find the right pass, and at this point Surge is going to try and go in between the line. He's going to go inside the line, trying to cut in a good run. Sinkernagel's trying to find space between the lines. Garner's going to try and be the deep line playmaker as is his role. So Garner will try and be the deep line playmaker. Yates will be making the runs left and right, and they'll be trying to find space. The fullbacks will be pushing up, trying to pull the defense apart a little bit, make them make decisions so they can easily play a penetrative pass in space. Defenders to target. So this was a very difficult one to do because Henderson is likely joining Nottingham Forest. We don't know this yet, but he's likely joining them. So Nottingham Forest had the highest save percentage last season in Samba, obviously, he's the goalkeeper, and 2.9 saves per 90. So they're absorbing a lot of shots, Samba saving them. 3 saves equals 1 save point in FPL. 2.9 is very close to that. So that shows us that Henderson could be a really nice shout. So if they manage to shore up at the back, Henderson might be a shrewd pick. He's probably going to be 4.5 if he goes to Nottingham Forest. At the point of this recording, he's not there yet. He hasn't gone there. But there's hope that he's going to go there. Now, their wing backs. Now, that is something that's very interesting. They had 16 goals and assists come from the wide players last season. That is also the wing backs. The problem with picking the wing backs, Jet Spence he was on loan. He's not there anymore. Colback was playing the left wing back at points last season. I don't know if he's going to be a defender in FPL, but that's one to watch. And whether they sign actual wing backs, I mean, that's one to watch as well. I mean, we don't know yet. We're very early on in the window. Keep an open eye and a keen eye on the wing backs. I will be doing that. I mean, a 4.5 Forest defender might be a very nice pick as a budget enabler, and maybe as a fifth defender. If you want to go big at the back and then have a Forest defender on the bench, I see nothing wrong with that. Unless you're going Henderson, I wouldn't double up. Now, attackers to target. Now, Brennan Johnson had 16 goals, 10 assists, and an XG per 90 of 0.34. Now, I think he's only like 21 years old, but he seems to be their main striker, their main attacker, their main attacking outlet, and I think he's going to be a nice pick. It's going to be very interesting to see his price. The game hasn't officially launched. We don't have any prices yet, so I'm just doing this based off the fact that I think Brennan Johnson might be like 6.5, 5.5, I don't know. But if he's anywhere under 6, he is going to be a shrewd purchase. Now, this is an interesting one. Taivo Avoni, I hope I didn't butcher that, but if I did, let me know in the comments. He had 15 goals and 2 assists and an XG per 90 of 0.48. Now, this is from the Bundesliga, so we can always do the Bundesliga tax thing and say, okay, that means he's probably going to get 8 goals, 0 assists, and a lot less XG per 90, but we don't know that. Now, he is a strong striker. He's big, he can hold up play. That's basically exactly what they want. They want him to hold up play while other players can go on the counter. I think he's one to watch. Now, I wanted to put a midfielder in there. Gardner's he's gone back to Man United. I don't know if he's coming back for them. There have been rumors of them signing Gibbs White. I mean, that would be an awesome signing, and I would look into buying him if that's the option. But Ryan Yates got 8 goals last season from midfield. We should look out for his price if he is 5 million. I mean, he is kind of the box-to-box type of player for them. So if he's 5 million, if he's 5.5, maybe we should look at him. But if he's like 6.5, there are always going to be better options. So FPL is going to have to be very careful how they price him. 5.5, I think, would be a fair price for him. So the fixtures. So here's where we get a little, thrown back from them, I guess. So their fixtures are Newcastle, West Ham, Everton, Spurs, Man City, and Bournemouth. The first few maybe are okay. I mean, Newcastle, we have to see how much they're going to strengthen, but they're not going to be easy this season. West Ham are not easy. Everton right now should be a relatively easy game. I mean, I'm sorry, Everton fans, but they're losing Richarlison to Tottenham. They're not signing anyone right now. So as of right now, I'm thinking Everton's like a 2. Spurs and Man City, really, really difficult. We don't even need to go there. But then it's Bournemouth. If you're going to pick like a benchable defender, just bench him for the hard fixtures, play him for the good fixtures. Henderson in goal, I mean, I'd probably go with a rotation keeper or just hope for save points. But I mean, that's probably going to wrap up the video, guys. I mean, I recommend you look at some of their players. Don't discount Forest at all. I think they might surprise you, this season.
Well, there you have it, guys. That's Nottingham Forest in a nutshell. Do consider liking and subscribing to help me grow the channel. Tell me what team you'd like me to cover next. Do you like the tactic board? Do let me know. Everything like this. I'm just trying to grow the channel. I'm just trying to be here and help you guys along on the FPL way. I'm trying to do something a little bit different with the tactic board. Do let me know what you think. Now, I have a disclaimer. I'm making this video very early on. The game hasn't officially launched. I don't have Nottingham Forest prices, so I do apologize for that. I'm kind of trying to do some guesswork. They haven't made a lot of transfers, and I'm not a Nottingham Forest fan. So my analysis is based on research that I found online, and a Nottingham Forest fan would probably dive deeper. Anyway, I just want to let you guys know that it's not 100%. It's as good as I could go and as much as I could find to make this video happen. But thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time.